Hello, my name is Ben Sayer. In this video, I'm going to show you how to do the initial configuration of Family Tree Maker 2009. Okay, so here we go. Now it did not give me an option to register the application because I've actually had this installed previously. So what you have may look like this at this point if this is the first time you've run this. So you'll get this thank you screen. Now, if you have not registered yet, you're going to want to check this box right here and then click Register the Program. Or you can select Register later. If you go into Register this is going to take you into a screen that is going to want to set up a trial Ancestry.com membership or connect you to your existing one. So in this case, I have an Ancestry.com account, so I'm going to put in my information here. So this is going to want my name and the email address that is associated with my Ancestry.com account, which is my Gmail account. I'll just click Continue. And it says, hey, there's already someone using Ancestry.com on that account. And if that's my account, I should put in my password, which I will do. I have horrendous passwords, so they're not easy to type, and they're also not easy to hack. But they're also easy to mistype. So let's see if I get it right the first time here. Yes. And it wants to know my zip code, which is 48105. And I'm going to let Family Tree Maker keep my login information because I don't want to have to keep typing in that big horrendously long password. I'm going to click Continue. Now if you don't have an Ancestry.com account yet, you can, and your copy of Family Tree Maker comes with a trial, you're welcome to do that. You'll get a different set of screens here. I personally would prefer that you use a link on my site to get a free trial account at Ancestry.com, because if you do become an Ancestry.com membership, I get a tiny little affiliate income from that, and it helps to defray the cost of running PC Genealogist. So in either case, as long as if you want a trial account for Ancestry.com, by all means get one. No pressure to do it through any of my links or anything like that. Okay, so I'm going to click the Finish button here. Okay, so we're back at that main Family Tree Maker 2009 window. So let's go ahead and look for configuration options up here to see if there's information that we want to populate about ourselves, perhaps some kind of submitter information that may be included in reports and that sort of thing. So I don't see anything under Tools here. Tools Options is not highlighted, so let's see if we can get that too. Right now it's not letting me do that. And I don't really have any options here. I may actually have to get past this screen and actually establish it looks like there's not an existing file. Because there's not an existing file, it's not going to let me use those options yet. So I have the choice here of either entering some information about myself and my mother and father, or importing a tree from an existing tree. Let's just create a file. So we have an option here. I'm just going to enter in some information to get us started. So my name and my gender is male. I'll go ahead and type in the screen flashed there telling me all kinds of things have happened in the background. I probably don't need to enter in my father and mother's name in order to get this tools. Oh, maybe I do. So let's go ahead and enter this stuff in. And my mother, okay, and let's go ahead and put in my information here, and that's going to be to April 1963. Jacksonville, and that is in Duval, Florida, Duval County, Florida, USA. So I'm going to accept that, and my tree is going to be Sayre Family Tree. Okay, so I'm going to create a file with that information by clicking this Continue button. Now you could have loaded a GEDCOM if you have one from another family tree program, but in this case, for this purpose, it's maybe easier just to do it that way. Okay, so Family Tree Maker can automatically search Ancestry for information about the people in your tree. If relevant records are found, a leaf icon will appear that will allow you to view and save related records. So do I want that or not? Yeah, I like that feature, as long as it's not going to add information to my tree without me knowing about it or allowing it and giving me the chance to do the source citation. Then I'm okay with that. You may want to disable it if you prefer not to do that, but I think it's one of the features of Family Tree Maker that makes it appealing. So I'm going to click OK. Okay, so here we go. We've got a nice little pedigree view right here in the middle, and an index of all the people that are in the family tree. In this case, it's only 3. And then some further information about the person that's selected in the pedigree, and then also over here some information. So this looks like kind of a family card, a tiny little family group sheet for that person, and this is the individual data for that person. So now that we have a little bit of something in here, let's look at the options and configuration information for Family Tree Maker 2009, see if there's anything else we want to set here. So I'm going to click on Tools, and I'm going to go down here to User Information. Yes, and this is the kind of place where you'll want to populate this information, because in many genealogy applications, when one creates a report or a chart, there's an option to include the information about whoever produced it, and that would come from this kind of a place. That may also be included in GEDCOM exports that you do. So you want to make sure you put this information in. So I'm going to go ahead and type this in, and I'll skip ahead here so that I'm not wasting your time. Okay, I've got it populated, so I'm just going to click the OK button. And we've got that in there. Let's see if there's anything else we want to select in these options. So I selected Tools, Options from the menu. Okay, so we have the default directory that new trees go into, and this is fine. It's putting into the My Documents folder, and within a folder called Family Tree Maker there. That's fine. There's an option here for whether we want Family Tree Maker to automatically check for updates to the software when we're connected to the internet. I like that, so I'm going to leave that. There's an option here for LDS information, so if you have Mormons in your tree, you're going to want that, and I do, so I will turn that on. There's an option here to force the system to use whatever Windows system colors you have selected. So if for some reason you prefer those, then you can click this and it will override the default colors. I kind of like the colors that are here. There's a button here, or a checkbox for automatically backing up the family file. That's a good thing. You can have it use larger fonts. That could be a good thing if like me, you're losing your vision, your close-up vision. And let's see, check place authority when entering place names. Not sure what that means. I'll have to check that at another time by going into the help down here. Fast fields for names, sources, and place fields. So that looks like it's the auto completion. So you can turn those on or off there. They're all on by default. And we've got this search information. I think this is where we turned on the Ancestry.com search. So if we wanted to go change that and stop that activity, we could uncheck those. And then here we go. We've got fact display, display media view for facts, and display note view for facts. So we'll have to check that. We'll explore that in a future screencast. And then look here, we've got this little spell check option. So let's see what that does. Okay, ignore words with numbers, ignore words with all uppercase, ignore HTML. So there's some information in here for spell checking. I'm going to leave that all the way it was. All right, so that was the general tab. Let's look at the dates and names tab and see if there's anything we want to change here. I like this day, month, year format. I'm going to stick with that. If you prefer something else, this would be the tab where you would change that. All right. Date input format. So this is if you want to change, if you're in a place where you type the month, day, year in that normal area. If you're in Europe, you type the day, month, year. That's where you would set that input format. I always type mine in at like this and say 5 Mar and then whatever the year is. So this really isn't going to come into play for me. All right, name index options. So here we can have it use and also known as if it's available, and have it put that after the middle name. And you can also have it use it as an additional entry. That's an interesting thing. So you can make it appear as a separate entry in the index, and or you can make it appear after the middle name. That's pretty neat. I think I like this, having it appear after the middle name. Not so sure I like it as an alias in the index. I'll have to play with that and see what I think. And then here's where if we have titles after a name, PhD or something like that, then you can have it use them if they're there. And then you can also select here whether you want the index to list ladies with their married names or their surnames, their maiden names. Okay, we've got some ancient date notation options here we can select. I'm going to leave those with those changes that I made, and then I'm going to look at this last warnings tab here and see if there's anything. Okay, so this is a little bit of entry validation checking. So if any of these conditions exist, it's going to give me a little warning for these non-critical things. And these would be for unlikely birth and death, so someone who died before they were born, that sort of thing, got married, when they were 5 years old or something like that. Unrecognized place indicators. So these look like they're all good things to have on, just to help us to not make mistakes. So I'm going to click OK and accept those, and we are set to use that application.